Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Zachary Clark bringing you another video on what's going on with the weather in the United States. All right, guys, let's take a look at the current hazards that we have going on. Let's first take a look at some of the snow that's going to occur through the Pacific Northwest and as well as the inland Northwest. It definitely looks like 10 to 12 inches of snow within the higher terrain. Let me get my laser pointer on, guys. So 10 to 12 inches of snow, or we'll probably see higher amounts within the higher elevations, probably upwards of 15 to 25 inches of snow. We also have 30 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts happening within the Great Basin and Northern California, as well as in Southern California. We also have some snow occurring in the southwest area. It looks like about 4 to 9 inches of snow within through Arizona. 10 to 12 inches of snow here in Nevada as well. Higher amounts, obviously, in the higher elevations. We also have red flag warnings, low humidity values, along with strong winds. Definitely a potential for fire hazards here, guys, into Colorado. We also have some snow occurring within the Great Plains, within Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, and into Nebraska as well. 12 plus inches of snow can be possible within these areas. We also have dense fog advisories happening along the Gulf Coast. We also have them within North Dakota as well. That's definitely going to make travel difficult for sure. And then within the Mid-Atlantic into West Virginia here, into portions of Virginia as well. We have a light glaze of ice accumulation definitely possible, so definitely use caution while traveling through these areas, guys. Weather conditions can certainly take a turn for the worse with ice, so definitely stay safe out there. Let's take a look at tonight's low temperatures, guys. Here in the Pittsburgh area, we're going to drop down to about 34 degrees tonight. You can see this massive cold front starting to develop here, stretching across portions of the Great Plains into the Ozarks. Definitely, it's going to definitely traverse southeast into the Ozarks. But you can definitely see the sharp contrast. You have 29 degrees into portions of Kansas, and then if you move further east, you're up into 40 degrees. So it's definitely a pretty strong cold front. You can see the temperatures very cold into Montana and Wyoming, down into Colorado and the Rockies. Definitely getting as low as 12 degrees. It's definitely very cold there, guys, especially into North Dakota as well, and into portions of Maine. And the conditions currently tonight, guys, you can see a low pressure system situated right over Illinois. We do have some snow to the north into portions of Wisconsin and Michigan. We have some ice and mixed precipitation as well down through Indiana. We have some rain as well. We do have some rain and some possible thunderstorms developing into northern Georgia here, guys. We have some pockets of light rain extending from Texas through the southeast as well as through the Gulf Coast. And we do have some snow developing here in the Rockies as well into the Columbia Plateau here, guys. We do have another system coming on shore here. It's definitely going to start creating some rain and snow here in the Pacific Northwest. You can see this tight gradient here. It's definitely going to get windy here, guys. It's definitely going to be a pretty strong system. Let's take a look at tomorrow's high temperatures for Saturday. Pittsburgh area, we're about 46 degrees. You can see much of the area down here through the Gulf Coast and the south, well into the 70s and 80s here, guys. So definitely a nice warm day down here, stretching from Texas to Florida and extending all the way north to the Ozarks and the Highlands here into Arkansas. We definitely have some colder temperatures for highs in North Dakota as well as Montana. High temperatures only reaching about 25, 29 degrees, 32 degrees. So it's definitely going to be a colder day up to the north. And that cold air is bleeding down into the Rocky Mountain region here, guys. California looking pretty good here in the 50s and 60s as well. Down through Arizona, we're looking at about 65 degrees to 69 degrees. So definitely not too bad tomorrow, unless you live up north within the mountainous terrain as well as in the Great Plains, northern Great Plains here, guys, and into New England. Definitely lower temperatures are expected, guys. Take a look at tomorrow's lows. Here in Pittsburgh, we're going to be sitting at about 38 degrees for the low. Not too bad for this time of year. You can see this big, sharp cold front still marching eastward, southeastward, where lows in front of this are in the 40s and 50s. And then lows behind this are in the 20s and even into the teens as well. We have some single digits popping up here in the northern Great Plains, 9 degrees here. So that's definitely very, very cold. It is to be expected sort of around this time, but we have this polar vortex coming down from the north, bleeding that cold air into the northern Great Plains and as well as into northern Maine as well. California looking not too bad. You guys are going to be a little chilly into the 40s. Of course, along the Gulf Coast, we're looking into the 60s, and then down here in Florida into the 60s and 70s. So a nice, comfortable night for you guys. Take a look at Saturday's weather conditions. So tomorrow, looks like we're expecting a little bit of rain here, light rain within the Pittsburgh area. We have some rain and some thunderstorms developing in Texas, into Oklahoma, extending into portions of the Ozarks and the Highlands here, guys. We do have some rain intruding into South Carolina and Georgia, stretching all the way through Appalachia. Just from this intrusion of air here, guys. We do have that system coming ashore finally into the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. It's definitely going to have pack a punch with rainfall. Definitely certain there. We do have some ice and some snow forming there as well into the inland Northwest or Columbia Plateau. And we do have this Colorado low that we're going to be watching developing here as well. We have some snow showers in northern Minnesota as well, so we're definitely going to see a mixed bag of precipitation all across the United States. Now, let's take a look at the severe weather event that's actually going to happen next week. Let's take a look at the 500 millibar analysis here, guys. It's definitely an interesting setup here. So you can see this highlighted area that I've included. This includes Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, portions of Missouri, Louisiana, and into Mississippi here, guys. And Tennessee, very extreme southwestern tip of Tennessee can get within the action as well. But this is definitely going to be a strong system, guys. So this is Tuesday the 13th and Wednesday the 14th. It's definitely an interesting event for December for sure. It's not out of the question. But it is do have a slight risk in the yellow here, guys. And then we do have an enhanced risk in the orange. I'll definitely go into this. Let's zoom in on this severe weather event. You can see definitely northern Louisiana into southern Arkansas definitely getting in on the action. Extreme portions of eastern Texas as well, and extreme portions of western Mississippi getting in on the action, guys. So we're definitely looking at the progression of a front across the southern plains. This will reach the Ozarks in East Texas area by early evening. And ahead of the front, strong southerly winds will advect sufficiently and seasonably rich Gulf moisture northward. So we're going to see this big stream of moisture coming in from the Gulf, guys. And this will likely result in sufficient instability for the development of severe and supercell storms. At this time, the greatest risk remains apparent from roughly the Arklatex region eastward, straddling the Arkansas-Louisiana border. So you can definitely see this area, guys, in orange. Very strong and veering flow with height should combine with ample cape or convective available potential energy to yield all hazards severe risk, which includes a tornado potential. So we definitely have some stuff, some big time severe weather. May have a tornado outbreak here. Some of the models are hinting at that, but we're going to wait till it gets a little closer, probably 2 days out or a day out to look at this more closely. Let's take a look at the reflectivity values. You can see there's some indication of a squall line developing from Arkansas into Texas, eventually moving eastward into Louisiana here, guys. Let's take a look at this region, northern Louisiana. Let's take a look at the sounding data from this. So although it is far out, but it's definitely worthwhile taking a look at this. You can see the possible hazard is definitely tornadoes, guys. So it's definitely going to be a strong severe weather event day. We have a couple loose matches, some definitely weak, and we do have one match coming up as significant for supercell. So definitely we're going to have some mesocyclones out there. We're going to have deep, persistent, rotating updrafts. So it's definitely going to be a strong day. If you live in northern Louisiana, between Jonesboro and Monroe, I definitely plan on severe weather impacting the area. You can see these two notches here on the side. You can see there's an elevated mixed layer here. It's not very prominent, but it's definitely enough to get some of those damaging winds punching down to the surface. We do have surface Cape values of 1,647 joules per kilogram, so that's definitely a pretty strong. It's forecast to go up to 1,956. So we definitely have a pretty buoyant atmosphere here, guys. You can see 73 temperature, and we also have a 66 degree dew point. That's from that Gulf moisture streaming in to the north. So definitely 66 is definitely ample, very, very sufficient to feed these supercells and storms that do develop. And our SRH values are 248. So we're definitely looking at some strong tornado potential here, guys. So let's look at the second severe weather event that we're taking a look at the 500 millibar analysis. You can see this area I've highlighted here in the yellow. This is from Louisiana through Mississippi and Alabama and into portions of Florida as well. So basically, severe weather will likely continue overnight into the day on Wednesday, though a persistent surface high or cold air damming into the southern Appalachians should suppress instability. So we do have this big high pressure system starting to develop here. Well, shortwave high, guys. Thus, severe weather potential may be limited here, but we'll definitely take a look at that. So this is Wednesday the 14th through Thursday the 15th. Storms are going to shift eastward across the Gulf Coast states throughout the day. Still, all hazards with severe risk is definitely apparent across the southern parts of Mississippi and Alabama, and definitely down into New Orleans, guys. So for all my friends living in the New Orleans area, we're definitely going to take a look at that. There we go, guys. So let's zoom in on this event here. So you can see it's stretching from eastern Louisiana up into central and southern Mississippi, into southwestern Alabama, and into extreme portions of the Florida panhandle here, guys. Let's take a look at this reflectivity. So you can see there's not much developing here, but this model doesn't really resolve the reflectivity very well. You can see that there's more stronger reflectivity values in here in Mississippi and Alabama. But let's take a look at one region. Let's take a look at down by New Orleans. Take a look at the skew-T. So we definitely have a marginal tornado risk. So definitely keep an eye out. I know we had that EF3 that hit New Orleans back in March. So definitely keep an eye out, guys, because tornadoes are possible during this day. We have Cape values of 653, which are forecast to go up to 1334. So we definitely have another buoyant atmosphere here within New Orleans. We do have this curved hodograph as well with this little kink here. So definitely we're looking at possible tornado potential. SRH values are a little bit lower at 173, yet this will still provide the support needed for low-level spin, mid-level spin as well, just to kick up some of these tornadoes. All right, guys. So let's take a look at the 5-day forecast for the Pittsburgh area. So it looks on Saturday. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies in the area with a high of 48 degrees. Moving on to Saturday night, we have a 50% chance of rain. This is mainly after 1 a.m. with a low of 36 degrees. Sunday, we're looking at a 50% chance of rain with calm winds, the high of 47 degrees. And Sunday night, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a low of 37. Monday, much the same. Our area will play host to mostly cloudy skies with a high of 43, a little bit cooler. And then those skies are going to clear out slightly and leave us with partly cloudy skies Monday night with a low of 30 degrees. Tuesday, the sun's going to be out, guys. Temperature's not going to increase much, but we'll be at 44 degrees. We'll have mostly sunny skies. And Tuesday night, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies again with a low of 27. And on Wednesday, this is another interesting day for us here in Pittsburgh. We have a high of 42 degrees, but check this out, guys. We have the 50% chance of wintry mix. We see this wintry mix, freezing rain, sleet, snow. It's definitely an interesting situation. Could be very, very hazardous for us. And then much of the same for Wednesday night. 50% chance of wintry mix, 33 degrees for the low. And let's take a look at the 5-day forecast of the week. We're definitely looking at New Orleans, guys, so dark waters. Definitely take a look at this forecast if you get a chance. Saturday, tomorrow, guys, 74 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Dense fog in the morning, so use caution while driving. It's definitely heed those warnings. Dense fog advisory currently in effect. Saturday night, patchy fog after 9 p.m., so we're going to have some more fog developing as well. Mostly cloudy skies, low of 63 degrees. Moving on to Sunday, much of the same, except we're going to have a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms along with partly sunny skies with a high of 74 degrees. Moving on to Sunday night, we will be looking at mostly cloudy skies with a low of 63 degrees. Moving on to Monday, New Orleans will be playing host to partly sunny skies with a stray afternoon shower possible. 73 degrees for the high. Much of the same for the nighttime here, guys. So we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a low of 63 degrees as well. Moving on to Tuesday, we have a 40% chance of rain with partly sunny skies, a high of 76 degrees. So definitely one of the warmer days here in the forecast. And then Tuesday night, we're looking at a chance of storms after midnight. This is when the severe weather could definitely come into the area with a low of 66 degrees. Wednesday is the big severe weather day, guys. We have a chance of storms and windy conditions. I've seen wind gusts here as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour, so definitely use caution while going outside. And definitely watch out for those wind gusts, guys, because it could definitely be pretty strong winds out there. High-profile vehicles will definitely have to watch out. We're looking at a high of 73 degrees, and then we're taking a look at Wednesday night. This is when more severe weather is actually going to come through the area as well. Chance of storms, definitely windy conditions again. Wind gusts of 30 to 50 miles per hour at night with a low of 52, so definitely have that jacket ready, guys. Definitely New Orleans will play host to some cooler temperatures. All right, guys, we appreciate you watching this. It's always a pleasure, and it's always nice to hear from you guys. So if you have any questions, concerns, or if you just want to chat, definitely leave those comments down there. Would definitely be much appreciated. Check us out on Facebook as well at World Weather Authority. And if you have the means to donate, definitely please consider doing so at paypal.me/World Weather Authority. We're definitely looking to build our brand, and we're going to be making these videos daily. So we're definitely going to try to build up our brand here, guys. We're going to try to get the drone operational again and fly. I can try to put that live on YouTube. We'll see how that goes. It's actually better for drones live videos on Facebook, so definitely tune in there, guys. All right, guys. Definitely appreciate you joining me. And remember, never stop chasing.